Hello, everybody. Welcome to our call. My name is Laura, and you're going to be hearing from two of us today, two Lauras. I'm over here in the UK, and just a little caveat that we have just had a huge storm, which has been a little bit interfering my signal. So if I have any issues, bear with me while I correct it. I am going to share my screen so that we can dive into what you came here for today, which is to hear all about MWR Life. So hopefully you can now see my screen nice and clear on your screen, and I can run through this information with you because, oh my goodness, we've got so much to tell you. So very exciting so that you get all the information as best that you can. So MWR Life is, maybe you're hearing about it for the first time, maybe you are familiar, maybe you've been here before and you have been on these calls with us before, and you're back again. MWR stands for Making Wishes Real, which I absolutely love because that is for sure what I am here to do and help people with. It was founded back in 2013, so this is not a new company. It has not popped up out of nowhere overnight. This just might be the first time you're hearing about it. We also are operating across 5 continents and over 500,000 members spread through more than 150 countries, which is absolutely baffling to my mind that we're spread that far and wide. Absolutely incredible. So, MWR Life are here to disrupt the travel industry in the best way possible. And I'm going to show you a little bit about how they intend to do that. So, the mission that they have has 3 pillars. And let's say, has 3 pillars. And firstly, and that might be what brought you here today, is to help you upgrade the way that you travel. Now, for me, that looks like either maybe you already are traveling frequently and maybe you want to stay in better hotels, maybe you want better rooms, upgrade the type of room that you book. But also, for so many people, they're not traveling as much as they'd like. For many people in our community, they hadn't traveled for years, and coming and being part of what we have here has helped them to do just that. So, upgrade is really personal as to what that's going to mean to you. And then, secondly, giving you the opportunity to earn more money. Now, I can't think of anybody I know right now who is not looking for a beautiful way to create more money coming into their home every single month. And then, thirdly, creating a community where everyone wins. And that honestly has been one of my favorite things. Like, the money is amazing, the travel is incredible, but what we actually get to do is really connect with people all over the world who have shared vision, shared values, and are here to really just have all the experiences that life has to offer. Laura, could you approve some of the people in the waiting room for me? Because I don't want to mess with my screen. Thank you. So we are moving in here to, let's have a look at the travel industry. Now, as I said, travel upgrade could mean many, many things to many different people, and maybe it means something personal to you. But MWR Life, when they were looking at how they could create something that meets all of those needs, they were looking at the marketplace and they could see that travel is absolutely stands head and shoulders above any other sector of the marketplace. If you stack every other major industry together on top of each other, they don't come anywhere close to travel. Travel is still off the absolute charts, and it's only set to get bigger and bigger and bigger. In amongst all of the things we've been hearing, especially here in the UK, about the cost of living crisis, everything else, when people are surveyed and asked online, in the streets, everywhere, the one thing they're not willing to give up in order to make ends meet is their travel. They are not willing to compromise on that. That is something that's getting more and more important to people. And that's why they decided to do something in the travel industry. And that something has come in the shape of Travel Advantage. Now, Travel Advantage is the new wave. It is sweeping across. We are finding now that even though you might never have heard of it before, we're finding more and more people who are seeking out people like us who help the company spread the word, to ask questions about it, to find out more about it, and to become members of the community. So, how does it work? What is it? Why don't you know about it already? So, if you go, depending on where you normally book your travel, maybe you book on booking.com, maybe you use a travel agent, maybe you go direct to hotels, or maybe you have some other way that you are used to booking your travels. What one thing is for sure is that you are paying extra costs into the price of your room. So that might be marketing expenses, commission to travel agents or to third-party suppliers, or all kinds of other overheads and costs that it costs them to put that room in front of you on your feed in some way or form. So when you book your room, you're not just paying for the room you're sleeping in. Now, what Travel Advantage they decided to do when they invented it is that they are going to provide a connection for us so that we can book rooms at the closest to wholesale price possible. There is nowhere online that you can go and get access to the kinds of rates consistently that Travel Advantage offers. And I can say that those of you who don't know me won't know this, but I've been in the travel industry myself. I'm still in the travel industry. I run a travel business outside of this. And I would not be able to sit here and talk to you about this today if I didn't know that to be true. This is the sixth platform like this that I dove all the way into to be able to see, is this really what they say it is? And every other one I found dead ends, caveats, loopholes, ways that it didn't work. And then when we found Travel Advantage just over a year ago, last April, I was like, let's see, let's have a look. And I can still to this day, not only can I not find a dead end, but it continues to improve and give more and more and more and more value. So oh, I can move my page. So how do they do this? So we have, and I'm sure you have, bazillions, that's an official number, of monthly memberships and subscriptions to all kinds of things, whether it is cloud storage, your TV streaming service, maybe even something that gets delivered to your home every month. Perhaps you have a gym membership. Whatever it is, we all have monthly contracts, monthly memberships for all kinds of things that we need in our lives. We love it because it means we get to spread our costs, and businesses love it because it helps them build a sustainable model for them so they can keep on doing what they do. So we have the option to now have our very own membership to spread the cost when it comes to travel in the shape of Travel Advantage. So that is how our model works, is we have a membership to Travel Advantage. You can see here we've got Elite and Turbo memberships, and they have those little numbers next to them, 120, 240. You'll understand what that will mean soon. And we have all kinds of benefits. Now, every membership that you're part of course, has all kinds of benefits and access. And so when we're talking about a membership for travel, one of my first questions was, well, what kind of travel? Like, what does it include? Because I think a lot of people think maybe it's some kind of timeshare, or maybe it's tailored to certain companies, or whatever it is. It is everything you can imagine and more. So every hotel everywhere that you can book, if you were to go to booking.com and type it in, you can book it on our platform. If it's got availability, of course. If you want to book a flight, you can book it on our platform. If you want to book a range of activities while you're on a trip, maybe you want to go see a show, maybe you want to go a special private dining experience, a boat tour, a city tour, and I love an open top bus tour in a city. All of those things are bookable inside our platform, and so many more. And most recently, we have the AI integration, which has, you're going to see a demo of that in a minute, so I won't go down this rabbit hole, but I can't tell enough people about this. And because most excitingly, we're right at the beginning of how this is going to be making travel easier and easier. Like, I love travel. Travel is honestly my life. And this is making suggestions to me for things I wouldn't even have thought about. So it's not only upgrading things in terms of price and what's possible, but it's changing what I do when I'm there. So as a member, like I said, every membership you have, you get a special range of benefits, and Travel Advantage is no exception. So the first thing you're going to get as a Travel Advantage member is that when you book anything, you are now going to earn travel credits. And travel credits, I think of it a bit like cashback. So many of us use all these different cashbacks integrations and sites when we shop online now. And you can earn typically between 1 to 3% of whatever you book, you're going to get back as travel credits. Now, your travel credits pot can be a tiny little pot, and you just use it as a little discount on every booking, or you can save them up for as long as you like because they never expire. And then you can take them all in one big bulk and apply them to the total cost of your booking, bringing it all the way down to zero. Now, that's exactly what I've just done recently. And what date is it today? 13th. 13 days from now, I will be on a plane with my family, my husband and my 2 children. We're going to Orlando in Florida in the US, and we are going for a theme park experience, and we are staying at one of the Universal Orlando's hotels. and we found an incredible rate for it in Travel Advantage. But then when I went to check out, I realized I had enough travel credits to pay for it in full, where I'd been saving them up. And that meant that our checkout for a hotel that should have been around $1,000 was zero. It was absolutely zero to me, which is the best feeling ever. And you can bet when I'm sat by the pool next week, 2 weeks from now, I'm going to be feeling pretty proud of myself because I'm sure that I'll be the only person there that can say that. So that's travel credits. They're amazing. You earn them on everything: flights, hotels, cruises, whatever you book, you earn travel credits. Then we've got loyalty points. Now, if you remember on the membership page, there was one that said 120, one that said 240. Again, depending on your membership, and we'll talk through that after you see it, you get a certain amount of loyalty points every single month, which is a thank you from the company for just continuing to be a loyal member. It does what it says on the tin. But you can save those loyalty points up and use them for something incredible, which again, I'm not going to give you any spoilers right now on that because you're going to be, this is the bit that for us, we're like, wow, this is amazing. This makes it everybody who travels anywhere ever needs to see this. Then, what's unique to the company about what they have to offer is life experiences. Now, these are specially curated trips on specific dates to different kinds of places. Think bucket list travel experiences. We have one right now to Hawaii. We have another to Vegas. We've got a 7 nights in Cancun, all inclusive. We've got all kinds of things. And they come up with 6 to 8 new ones of these every single month. So there's always something for us to choose from. And again, you're going to get to see these for yourself in just a moment. One of the things I really love, and I actually didn't know this when I first joined, is that imagine if you had a gym membership and you turned up at your gym for your favorite spin session and you were like, I'm going to bring my 4 friends with me today. And you turned up and they're like, actually, these guys can't come in. They're not members. That's not how it is at Travel Advantage. As an elite member with Travel Advantage, you can add up to 4 other people to your account. They can use your account. They can use certain elements of it. They can't use everything because they're not an account holder, but they can get the great wholesale hotel rates that you can get. They can book flights. They can do all the other kinds of things. And what happens is when they make bookings, because they're not account holders, they still earn travel credits, but they don't get paid to them. They get paid to you. So your travel credits pot still keeps topping up and up and up, and you can get really smart with who you put in there. A hint, I would say anybody who has very expensive luxury taste, put them in there. That's a good thing to have. So as I said, I've been in the travel industry a long time. And so for me, it was really important that any travel company that I would be involved with had to be above board, legitimate, and accredited and recognized in all the relevant registration avenues. And Travel Advantage really has gone above and beyond when it comes to that. They're really committed to that. And as we expand into new areas, they are really on the ball with being proactive that as we go into other places, if there's something they didn't know about that they can get, they apply for it, they put it in place. So that's a great thing to know. But one of the things I was most reassured by and gave me the most the most thing that really did it for me was the Trustpilot reviews. Now, if you've ever gone to review anything on Trustpilot or you've ever gone to look for reviews on Trustpilot, you will know that it's really challenging. Trustpilot is like the travel industry's enemy because somebody can go on their trip they've paid for, and if they don't have a great time because it rained every day, or perhaps there were people they didn't like sat next to them on the plane, they're leaving a negative review about the travel company or the property on Trustpilot. And it's really a bit of a nightmare. So we're not in control of those. Nobody can influence them, unfortunately. But what that means is that they're a real good timestamp of how things are. And we have over now 1,400 of these reviews and still a 5 green stars on Trustpilot. Now, when you go a bit deeper and you start to read these reviews, you will see that the consistent thread and the thing that people really rave about nonstop is our 24/7 customer support. Like without a doubt, that is the thing that has wowed me on repeat. And we have a little live chat bubble in the bottom right of the website. You can click on there, it will open up. And if there's not somebody there to reply to you right away, they will follow up by email. You don't have to do anything else, and they will stay with you until resolution of whatever it is that you need. Now, this is one of the things that actually my dad has an account because he used to have a PA when he had his job, handling all of his travel plans. And since he retired, he's been like, well, I've got this booked with them and this booked with that. And it's been a nightmare for him to keep track of all his reservations. And anytime he has a glitch, if he's booked on any of the, I'm not going to name and shame, but any of the, typical booking sites that we all know and love and go to for our best prices, and he tries to get any kind of customer support, it's an absolute nightmare. And so he was really keen on the customer support, and that's why he became a member. So all of these things are amazing, but until you see it for yourself, it's lacking context. So I would love to hand over to the other Laura, who's going to give you a demonstration and show you in real time what we have to offer. And then I will see you on the other side to talk about your membership options.
Thank you so much, Laura, and love how you explain, a bit about the history of the company, who we are and what we do. And now let me show you all a live demo. So can we see that nice and clear there? Yeah, great. Let me just move all these little bits out the way so it's nice and easy for me to move around the site. Okay, there we go. Now, if we have a little look here, you can download an app on your phone, or you can literally, have it like this, like I do on my desktop. Now, if you look at the top here, you can see we've got it in 10 different languages. So I'm leaving it in English for today. But what I love as well is you can change it into the different currencies. So no matter what currency you're paying for things in, you can pop that in your own one. I know today we've got people from all over the world, so I am going to leave it in US dollars, but the percentage and the kind of savings that we get, they're the same no matter which country that you're in. Now, we've got all the different parts of the platform in one place. So there's no going to lots of different sites, different suppliers. Literally, it's in one place. And we're going to check out some of these features on here today, because if not, we'd be on here all day looking at all of it. And of course, you can have a deeper dive with whoever invited you on if they want to help and log into their portal and look with you after the call. Now, if you look on hotels here, just to save some time, I did put in Las Vegas for 1 week in November. And I popped in 2 adults. Now, if you look on here, I can add up to 5 bedrooms if I want to. And I just would press search. And what happens is I have it set as biggest percentage saving. But if I wanted to, I could filter it down with a specific hotel name, my budget, what star rating that I wanted it, if I want it breakfast, all inclusive. There's so many different things that I can filter it down into. And as you can see up here, look at this, 60% compared to booking.com. Okay, now there is some software that's built into this platform that compares it against booking.com. And the reason they chose that is because it's the most widely used search engine for hotels. And I love the fact that we're so transparent with that, because a lot of places say, oh, we're giving you 20%, 50%, but it's like against who? So we're showing against who. So just to break it down here as an example, the regular price here would be 545. That is for the whole week. The member saving 327, I'd pay 218. If I click on the I there, it shows my elite saving, because I've got a turbo add-on. I get an extra saving, and I can use 21 loyalty points. That means an extra $21 off. So what Laura said before, everything we're paying each month for our membership, dollar for dollar, we get those back, and then we can use them up to a certain amount on the platform to discount further. But let's have a little flick through here, and see what else we've got. Okay, like this one here, the Hilton Club, $2,000 on booking, 1,024 saving. I'm getting 175 extra off just because I've got the turbo add-on that you're going to hear more about, and I can use 53 loyalty points. Let's check out the price on booking.com. Okay, I already searched it before. Here we go. Hilton Club, same days, same amount of people, $1,999 on booking.com. On ours, can you see it just matches out by $1? We save over $1,000. That is huge for a week there. More spending money. Now, if I wanted to book this room, it's as simple as just clicking on it, and some nice pictures will come up. It will show me all the different rooms. It's also going to give me a detailed explanation, of what is included, how far it is from places, and so on. And as I go through here, the different rooms are going to come up. Here we go. So this is a refundable rate, but some might be non-refundable. So you can always check it out. With a king size bed, I'll just press select, book now. And I'm going to show you just how easy it is and how quick it was for me to be able to book this. Now it's saying, congratulations, I've earned 1,081 travel credits. Remember, Laura said every time we book something on here, it's like getting cash back. Well, every 100 travel credits is $1. So I'm getting $10.81 that I can save up here and I can use to discount future bookings. But let's just say I wanted to go down and pay now. I can redeem my loyalty points to take the price down. I can redeem any travel credits I've got. But look at this. I can pay with card, Apple, Google Pay, but if I wanted to, I can even pay with crypto. This has been a complete game changer for those people that, love crypto and want to use their crypto to pay their travel. And it's not some kind of coin built into this project. It literally is just your crypto on your exchange. Go in, book flights, hotels, life experiences. Most of the things on the platform, bar cruises and Ticketmaster, we can use crypto to book with. So I absolutely love that. Or you can just use your normal bank card if you want to. And it doesn't matter where you're looking to book, whether it's a local hostel to you or a beautiful, five-star resort, all inclusive, in the Maldives. There is so much to choose from, over 2 million hotels with great discounts all the way from 1% all the way up to like 79%. I've seen them. We also have something called an AI trip planner. This is like having your very own travel agent at your fingertips. It is not spending hours and hours researching online, which does turn into days and weeks often, because we don't always know who to trust, where to go, what to book, where's the best value. So with this, let's just say that I wanted to go to a bud in Bali. Okay. I went there last November. It was absolutely incredible. So I'll pop November in for 1 week and I'll press next. Now, let's say this time we're going to go 2 adults and 2 children. Press next. And we've got a medium budget. So it asks me kind of the amount of money we want to spend for that week. Press next. Now it's asking me the type of things we like to do. So we'll have some whitewater rafting, some go-karting. Oh, it's getting adventurous here. We're going to have excellent quality on the water, day trips, and some walking tours. There we go. And I'll press next. So this AI is literally getting to know me, and on this trip, what I want to do. Well, this time it's more adventure. I'm with the kids. If I was going away with the girls, it might be more of a party holiday. So you can kind of filter the AI down depending what it is that you want it to look for you. And as quick as me having a sip of my water, there we go. It's up for us. That was good timing. So as you can see, it will give me a suggestion of an area of where I should stay and a little bit about the area. It's looking for my hotels, but it's already given me an itinerary. Look at this. Oh gosh, I've got a story on this. Monkey Forest. You can book here for $28. Okay. Monkey Forest is great, except my little boy, he's 11, he was 10 at the time. He got bit by one of the big monkeys there on his bum. So it was like we were thinking, oh no, but he was okay. So it was all good. But it was really great fun going there. And what's great here is if you want to do that, in the morning, you can maybe go and do craft your own silver. And it's telling me it's just a 1 minute walk to then go and do that in the afternoon. On day two, adventure waits. Where are we off to? Wow, white water rafting. You can book this all here through our platform, maybe a sunset Jeep tour in the evening. So, what I love about this is every single day is broken down. We did this while we were here as well. When you swing, you go out there, you see the Instagrammers doing it. I didn't look as good as them on my pictures, but it was a wonderful experience swinging over the jungle. So, everything here you can actually book on the platform. And then it's given me a suggestion of different hotels. Look at this, 59% saving, 57%. The prices there are great. 510 for a week for 2 adults and 2 children in this gorgeous resort. And as you go through, you'll see lots of suggestions. Look at this, 965 for a week for 4 of us. That's what's that? About 1,100 saving on that. Now, when I went to Bud in Bali, I didn't actually know which airport I was meant to fly into, but this helps me. I press book on flights and it's telling me that I need to fly into Denpasar. Hope I've said that right. That airport there. So I just put in my departure place and it will give me flights will come up as well. So as you can see, how quick and easy was that? Hotels, flights, and itinerary literally in a couple of minutes. So that is our AI trip finder. Now, if we go back over here onto the main portal, there is so much more we could look at. I'm going to give you a quick sneak peek into the lifestyle mall. I know a few of you have like the idea of that. This is like your very own duty-free shopping, and it is all real designer goods. You've got from electronics, handbags, perfumes. There is so much that you can choose from in here. So just waiting for that to come up. My Wi-Fi seems to have slowed down a little bit for it. So once this comes up in a second, it is going to be able to filter down for men, women, children, all sorts of things. So let's just say I'm going to have a look at men's sunglasses today. So if you want sunglasses, pop them on here. The sunglasses will come up with the best rates for us. And look at these. I can filter it down depending what brands that I like. So let's just say we like some Boss sunglasses and Carreras. And I'll press update. This is where you can really use your loyalty points. Think things like birthday presents or maybe treat yourself as well. So look at these Carreras here. 233 in the shop. 111 saving. I like that number. Taking it down to 122. But I can use 21 loyalty points. So for $100, I can buy a brand new pair of Carrera sunglasses instead of $233. And every time I book anything on this platform, I'm getting travel credits back. $6.10. I can save those and I can use those for my future hotels or flights or maybe my activities to discount even further. So there is so much more on here. So you can have a little deep dive into it yourself, to check it all out. So as you can see, so much more activities, Ticketmaster for festivals, the club is amazing. But I do want to show you life experiences and I want you to pay a lot of attention to this section of the platform. Life experiences are like the heart, the community, the place where we can make so many memories. And often it encourages you to visit places that you may never have thought of going. And the fun thing with life experiences, unlike the hotel section, which is more where you might book for business, for pleasure, yourself, your partner, your friends, your family, this part here is about our community. Every single month, we have got 5 or 6 different life experiences that take place. And the company will book out 20 rooms, 50 rooms, 200 rooms, depending on the experience. Some are family orientated, some are cultural, some are more party, some are just kind of sporty. There's a great one which is all about yoga and surfing and mountain walking next year. I know Laura has got her eye on that one. And, they're weekend longs or a week long. They're all different. So there's some needs for everybody. Now, if we go through them, just to give you an example, you can really, really use your loyalty points on here. So let me go on to the next page. Look at this one in Nice, France, 4 days, $399. I could use 300 loyalty points. So for $99, I could go for 4 days and 3 nights to Nice, and it's a hotel with breakfast included. I'm going to hang out with loads of other travel members. So if you're a solo traveler, it's really good fun. I just had 3 of the girls that I'd introduced to this. It was actually Bali they went to on a life experience. They went over there. They'd only met through Zoom. They had the most wonderful week in Bali. They became the best of friends. They met people and members from other areas of the world. And now these girls have become friends and they're booking other life experiences together. I know they're going on the Dubai one in October that I'll be on as well. The Dubai one has got a yacht party for the day, a beach club another day, a day out in Abu Dhabi. We're going to do a zip line across the marina. So I'm so excited to meet. There's going to be 500 members. So I'm very excited to go on that one as well. There's a cruise, 999, 8 days and 7 nights around the whole of the Mediterranean, but you can take $300 off. So literally, you've got that for like $599. And it's got a drink package and everything included in it. It's phenomenal. We've also got we've got so many. You've got the Hawaii one here. Where's the Hawaii? Hawaii is like about $400, take 200 off. And this one here, Cancun, 1249. Beautiful hotel, all inclusive food and drink for 8 days. 1249, but you can take 550 off. For like $700, you can have that gorgeous trip. So these are great. You can really, really use your loyalty points here. But this is where I want you to listen very carefully. If you're not paying attention, pay attention now. Wakey, wakey, everyone. Okay? Because this is exciting. Once you have been a member, an active member for 12 months consecutively, you can use 100% of your loyalty points. So every single penny that you've paid for your monthly membership, saved up, and you can pick any of these life experiences and go on one, not just for you, but take somebody else with you. And all those loyalty points, you can pay off 100%, fully covered. Okay, so not even just using a percentage of them, fully. So I absolutely love this. Worst case scenario, you join every month, you've got this membership, you're using it here and there, you're being part of a lovely community, but guaranteed, it's like a little savings plan. And at the end of the 12 months, you've got a trip. anyone that tells me they can't travel, this is a solution for you. However, Laura is going to show you just how much the membership costs and how many loyalty points you can start saving up. But when she finishes, do not go anywhere because I'm going to show you a little trick, the little magic travel trick here, where you can actually pay zero monthly fee, still get your loyalty points, and get a trip every year completely free. So, Laura, I'm going to unshare my screen because I bet everyone's thinking, can someone just tell me how much this is going to cost to start? So, I'll pass it back over to you.
Thank you. Amazing. Okay, yes, this is like so exciting. Every single time I see the platform shared and demonstrated, I'm like in love with it all over again. So let's talk through your membership options and show you everything you need to know. There we go. It wasn't keeping up with me there. Okay, so we have two membership levels at Travel Advantage. The first one you can see in blue on the left is VIP. Now, the prices we're going to talk through are US dollars because we are a global platform and they charge the monthly membership in USD. So $19.97 a month for VIP, which gets you access to hotels, resorts, flights, car rentals, transfers, and the activities section. You don't get the AI planner or access to the life experiences or the lifestyle model. They're key thing, or the cruise platform. I mean, quite a lot of things, but they're the key big ones that people are like, "Ooh, what about that?" And the most noticeable and important thing for you to realize is that as a VIP member, you also don't have the ability to spend loyalty points anywhere. So, if we look at our elite membership, and you'll see in a moment, and when I explain this, bear with me because this for me has been a reframe from like, well, obviously this one is a lot less money, but when you hear what you get with the elite one, it's actually going to feel like that one is a monthly expense, whereas the others, you're getting all the value. So, as an elite member, which you can see in our purple column here, what you are getting is access to the entire platform that Laura showed you, but also you are getting 120 loyalty points per month. Now you can see that the monthly cost is $119.97 per month, and you receive 120 loyalty points. That is dollar for dollar. Every single penny you are spending on your membership is coming back to you in the shape of loyalty points. This is why it makes Elite valuable compared to with VIP because you don't have that with the loyalty points. You are literally paying for your membership, and although it's a lower price, it's an expense. You're not getting that money back. It's just a price you're paying for access to the platform. When you're paying for your elite membership, you are receiving back loyalty points that you can spend down the line. Now, you can spend those loyalty points straight away, or you can go 12 months, like Laura said, and at the end of that 12 months, cash them in entirely for a life experience. Now, so many people have said to me when I've been mapping this out for them, this is like a savings plan for a holiday or a vacation next year. And it really is. If you know you are for sure going to take a trip 12 months from now at some point to somewhere, then it absolutely is that. It's a way I described it. It's a bit like protecting my money as well, because I know even if I was to save that up in a separate bank account or a separate space in my bank account, if there was some kind of emergency or an unexpected bill, I'm going to be dipping into that pot. And that's going to cost me perhaps what kind of holiday I could have. Whereas when I've got the loyalty points stacking up, I know it's secure and that feels great to me. It's like insurance. Now, with the Elite membership, you pay a one-time activation fee of $120 when you join, and then you pay your monthly of $119.97 and you get those 120 loyalty points, okay? But here's the bit I love. This is from this point on, it starts to sound like what I really do call travel magic because you cannot find this anywhere else. That in itself is amazing. However, if you are really savvy, you are going to take notice of this orange box, which is the turbo boost. Imagine it like hitting a boost button. Every penny you now save on for your travels is going to be doubled. So when you get the turbo boost, when you join, and we'll talk about when you join versus add it on later, because you can add it on later, but it will actually cost you more if you don't add it on when you join. I'll tell you why. The price is always 249.97 US dollars. Immediately you add that on, you receive 250 loyalty points. So again, it's like for like, which is amazing. So you are going to have that, but then right away, It means that 120 loyalty points you get every month for renewing your membership, right from the time you join, is doubled for the lifetime of your membership. But that's a one-time fee. So this means that when you join, let's just get really clear on this. If I join now as an elite member without Turbo, and I think I'll add it later, this is what I mean by it will cost you money. If you join as an elite member today, you will start pay your activation, pay your first month, you'll have 120 loyalty points. Happy days. However, if you join as an elite member with the Turbo Boost today, you get your 120. It's doubled because you are turbo, so that's 240 plus the 250 because you have hit the turbo button, which means you start your account with 490 loyalty points. That's not double. That's like 4 times the amount. It's a huge, huge difference right from the get-go. And I feel like I've never explained that as clearly as I just did. So, so this is a massive difference. And I think it's something that I always forget to really point out to people. You can absolutely add it on any time. So please don't feel pressured that you have to have that. But it's important you know the difference. So you're not just thinking, oh, I'll just add it later. It's $250 rather than what you actually get for it. So now, if we think 12 months from now, I had to do this calculation because I was like, what? After 12 months of elite membership, you will have one. Let's say you never touch your loyalty points for 12 months. You will have 1,440 loyalty points saved up as an elite member. Elite member with turbo added after 12 months without touching the pot, 3,130 loyalty points saved up. Remember, these are each worth $1. So that is over $3,100 worth of loyalty points in your pot ready to spend on your travels. And I found the most amazing trip to the Bahamas in the club the other week. I was blown away by it. I could apply over 200 loyalty points to it to bring the price right down. I think it was $318 for my family of 4 for 7 nights in the Bahamas. And it was over $4,000 on booking.com for the same room. It was wild. So I was like, oh, loyalty points, loyalty points, loyalty points. So amazing. So after a year, you can, as Laura showed you, life experiences, you can take your pot and you can cash it in to pay for a trip in its entirety. And you can choose from anything that's on the site. And these are just some of the examples that have been on there in the past or are on there right now. By the time we get 12 months from now, there'll be all brand new ones. So we don't know what there's going to be yet, but every month they're bringing 6 to 8 new ones out. But let's look at the most expensive one we have right now, which is Cancun. Right, Cancun, that all-inclusive hotel, that's for 7 nights. It's going to be a total of 2,498 for 2 people. If you are an elite member with Turbo, you can pay for that in full, and then you've got loads of loyalty points left over to go and do whatever you want with, whether it's a lifestyle mall, whether it's in the club, wherever it is, you get to use those and enjoy them to their absolute maximum. If you're an elite member, you've got enough saved for all kinds of other things. So you really are maximizing every single penny you pay into your membership comes back to you later when it's time to book your travels. And that's what makes this really, really incredible. But as if that wasn't amazing enough, I'm going to hand you back to Laura now, who's going to show you how, if you're like, this sounds great, but I don't really want to spend that money every month, she's going to tell you exactly how you can have that fee completely waived. So over to you, Laura.
Thank you so much, Laura. And it gets more excited every time I hear it over and over. So I'm sure many of you looking at this and you can really see that it's a smart way of traveling. If you don't see it as a smart way of traveling, I don't think you've really grasped the concept of it because it just is. Now, there is something here that I just think is a complete game changer. If you would like to know a way that you can, waiver that monthly fee, make sure that no more money comes out of your bank. You're not paying that $120 per month, but you are still getting on your Elite 120 loyalty points a month, or you're on your Elite Turbo $240 a month worth of loyalty points, but you don't want any money to come out of your bank. Well, we have a solution for you here. Let me know. Put me a 3 in the chat box if you comes to mind 3 people in your life that would love to travel more. They go on holiday, they go on vacation. You know at least 3 people that would love to bring an extra income into their homes, maybe, would love to be able to save on their travel, people that would want to become a part of a fun community. Put a 3 in because I could think of somebody straight away. I was like, my mom, my sister, my brother, my husband, my best friend. Like, everybody wants to travel more for less. And if you just become what we call a lifestyle ambassador here, That means you're like an affiliate for the company. That cost us $99 once a year, okay, to become a lifestyle ambassador. And that will give us like a little business in a box. It gives us basically, we're allowed to now refer Travel Advantage to others. And then, of course, we're going to have our Elite and Elite Turbo membership because when they're asking what it is, we want to show them, we want to use it. But all you need to do is go out there and those three people you've just thought about, tell them about this. If those three people decide to join on an Elite or Elite Turbo membership, you now have got zero money coming out of your bank moving forward. They do what they call auto finance it. Okay. Just three. How cool is this? So many people say, I wish I could travel like you, Laura. Oh, like I'd love to go on holiday, but I've not been away for years. And I'm like, I have a solution for you. I really do. If you just have a little bit of get up and go about you, you pick the phone up or send a message and get three people that you care about and want to help to join as an elite or elite member. Now, your membership monthly is completely waived for you, okay? Through this really incredible compensation plan that we've got here. So for me, that was a complete no-brainer. I got those three people as quick as I could. No money has ever come out of my bank for my monthly membership since, but I have an Elite Turbo, and every single month I get $240, $240, $240, and every 12 months I have a completely free life experience trip for me and one other person every single year. Not only that, I get to use the platform to book other life experiences or to book hotels or flights or activities day to day, which you can start booking literally from day one. So that is a complete no-brainer for everyone that wants to travel smarter and just doesn't want an extra monthly fee. And don't worry, we help and show you exactly how to do that. You know, you don't need to worry about presenting it. We do presentations. We've got videos you can send. So don't even worry about that kind of thing. So for me, I saw that that was a game changer to travel smarter. However, I could really see this as a great duplicable business opportunity that I just wanted to share with everybody. So now I'm going to break down the pay plan and how it works. So what I've explained is to become a lifestyle ambassador and do this as a business as well. It's $99 once a year, and then your Elite or Elite Turbo membership. Once you've got that, you want to go out there and start telling people about this. And this is where you start to get paid from the first person that you bring in money, not in travel points or travel credits. Every time you introduce a VIP, an elite, or an elite turbo, you're going to get paid 20, 40, or 80 US dollars in cash. And that just converts into the currency where you are. That's a nice thank you for somebody joining. So another thing that we have is something called a fast start bonus. If you're already thinking of people, well, guess what? If you bring in two people in the first 7 days on Elite or Elite Turbo, you'll not only get the commissions you see here, but the company's also going to reward you with another $150 in cash as a fast start bonus to say, well done, you know, for getting out there and telling people about it. And you can actually repeat that fast start bonus two more times. Okay, with just 6 new Elite Turbos, okay, in the first 21 days of the business, between the commissions that you'll make and the fast start bonuses, you can make touching $1,000 straight away. Okay, I love this that people can start earning straight away early on in the business. Now, as I go through the pay plan, I now want to talk about this part here. So if I introduce Laurie, Joe, and Carrie to this business, three of you, I can see you on the call. I've introduced all three of you in. Okay. I've managed to waiver my membership. I've earned that commission for you coming in as well. So thank you very much. But I also know that you three also want your three because you want to auto finance your membership. You want a life experience for two every year and you want to cash in on those fast start bonuses too. So I'm going to show you exactly how I did it and help you get your three. And we've done that. So now we've done that. We've got 12 members now. So 12 members means that I've now hit the rank of gold here. Okay. 3 members is silver, gives me $120 a month. That auto finances my membership. 12 members, 72 points. Every membership's worth 6 points towards the pay plan. But just with 12 members, my daily residual that the company's going to pay me is now $10 a day. With 12 members, you're getting guaranteed $300 residual every single month on top of every bit of member like money that you got per person that joined. With just 30 members, I'm getting 15 a day and it starts to go up and up and up. We have got thousands of people earning those incomes. We've got hundreds earning these. Really proud to say, I've been here for 14 months now and I'm a recognized 100K earner in the company. And I'm saying this not to show off at all. I'm saying it because I want you to show you that it's possible. I'm just a normal mum with three kids, that started in the online space around working in events full time, built something as a side gig, and through commitment, consistency, and finding something I aligned with and was excited about, I just started telling people. And they started telling people, and it started to grow. Residual income is so powerful because you keep getting paid over and over and over for just telling somebody about something that you love anyway. So, this part of the pay plan, as you go up the different milestones in the business, you get more daily residual income paid daily. Okay, that's about 30 to 40% of what you would get paid on those ranks. Now, once you hit different milestones, you're also going to get more per person that you introduce. So remember I said to hit silver, you just need 3 elites or elite turbos. Now you're silver rank. Well, if I was introducing an elite turbo, remember I said I'd get $80 if somebody joined. Well, if I'm silver, I don't get 80, I get 100 because I get an extra 10 and 10. So $100 each person I'm bringing in. If I'm gold, so I've got 12 members altogether, every new person I bring in, I'm getting an extra $40 on top of the original 80. So the higher up that you go, milestones, the more you're getting per person that you bring in. Also, as you start helping your organization hit silver and gold and platinum and beyond, you are also going to get a kickback on this builder bonus for every single one that they bring in, depending on which rank you are yourself. And this month, the company, by the way, they always put on extra incentives for us. Some months it's, we could win trips. Other months it's the pay plan. So this month, for the whole of August, this builder bonus part of the pay plan, we get double. Okay. So if you're a silver builder and you bring an elite turbo, normally you'll get 80 plus 20. But this month, you get an extra 20 on top, okay, as a builder bonus. So they double that up there for you. Okay, now once you've hit gold, that means you've just got 12 members in your team. You can opt in to do the weekly gold boost bonus. Okay, this isn't just a promo that happens every now and then, it's built into the pay plan. Every Monday to Sunday, if between you and your team you introduce 6 elites or elite turbos, you're going to get a $600 bonus. They will pay you 300 of that when those 6 enroll. And then 4 weeks later, when those same 6 people renew their membership, you will get the extra 300. Exactly the same with platinum, it's just getting 12 in a week period. And now what I love as well is this part here. This is extra residual income. Once you've personally introduced 10 members with your personal referral link, every time that they renew their membership, you're going to get 10% of that. And I want you to have a bit more vision because I promise you, once you get started, like Laura and me, we get so excited we can't stop telling people. You are going to eventually, and it might take 6 months, 2 years, 5 years, but it doesn't matter. Once you brought in over 101 members personally, you're going to get 25% every month of the renewal. That is $30 for every person you've ever introduced. That's real residual income. I am somebody that values time and location freedom so much, and residual income is what gives that to you. Do the work now, spread the word, get people in, and forever, as long as they remain active members, you're going to get $30 for each person. Okay. And people stay here because we help them get their 3. And as long as they've got their 3, they're just getting so much value. There's no reason to not want to stay. Okay. So these are the different parts of the pay plan. And we have a car bonus as well. Once you have got 50 elites or elite turbos in your organization, on the first of every month, you can have 500 towards a car. It must have the MWR sticker on the side. Okay, but they will pay towards a car, and there's a few different makes of cars you can choose from. Or you can choose to take $250 in cash on the first of every month. And this will be music to some of your ears if you're networkers. No flushing, no resetting to 0. Okay, you don't have to start your points and your volume every month. For example, as long as you continue to have 50 active members, you will continue to get the car boost bonus on the first of every month. You will continue to have your membership auto financed. The daily residual will continue to come in because your members will just grow. The only way that your membership or your volume drops is if somebody cancelled. Okay, not because it resets to zero and the company are wanting you to repeat that same volume again. I love that. Do you know what? For once, this feels light. It feels simple. It's refreshing. It really is refreshing because life happens to all of us, doesn't it? And there's months when we don't want to get to the last day of the month and, we're not well or something happens in the family and you're scraping for points or you're thinking, oh, all my hard work's going back to zero again. It can allow you to breathe and build this and enjoy it, knowing that all my work's just going to roll over for me. So I think that is really, really refreshing on this pay plan. And then we have got gifts along the way. The company want us to become products of the product. And I love so early on in the business with just 30 members, they're gifting us a $300 life experience. With your loyalty points and that voucher, it will completely pay for one. So you get to go on a trip, you get to experience it, meet the community. And I love that we get rewarded so early on in the pay plan. Hit Jade once a year. There's a Jade trip this year. It's to Portugal. Hit Ruby. You're going to Miami with your flights, spending money and a hotel, including a dinner with the CEO to get to know the corporate on a more personal level. We've just had one of our great leaders, Alex. He has just got a triple diamond check for $25,000. And I'm telling you this because the results are happening here. It's a 12-year-old company that really had massive growth over the years in the European market. And now we've literally took everywhere else by storm. Laura and myself, we joined this just 14 months ago in the UK. There were less than 200 people there. It's really blown up and it's so exciting. That's opened up the doors to the North American market, the US, Canada. In just the last 4 months, we've had over 2,000 new members join us there that also want to share it. People have just kind of clocked on to this is a product and service that works and a pay plan that really pays. People that are coming from companies that maybe they're feeling let down and burnt out from, they're finding this refreshing. And we're seeing so many people win. Australia, New Zealand, the German market, South Africa, so many places are just like really starting to enjoy this. And even our Asian market, has gone crazy right now. So I'm super grateful for it all. As you can see, we both get very passionate about it. And this is why we're hosting call after call, and so many people are showing up to hear about it. Now, I'm sure that you can see here that, it really can benefit so many of you in so many different ways. Okay, so if you're here because you just want to travel smarter, that's amazing. Just reach out to whoever it was that invited you onto this call and say, I'm ready to start traveling smarter. They will help get you started with that. Now, you might be on the call though, and you're thinking, I love the idea of this. I love the idea of the travel. I love the idea of bringing an extra income into my home. I definitely want to auto finance my membership because I don't want to pay anything and I want one of those free life experiences. But maybe you've got some questions and that's completely fine. It might be the first time you've seen this. So whoever it was that invited you on this call, reach out to them, let them know you've got questions. Maybe you want a deeper dive into the platform. You want the pay plan broken down in a little bit more detail. Don't worry about understanding too much though, because I would always say the best way to come into this is a bit as a blank canvas and learn as you earn. See the potential and you kind of pick it up as you go along. We've got everything there to support you. But you might also want to know who is going to support me. So say to them, let me meet your mentor, the person that brought you in. It's great to know who else you're going to be connected to here, and then we can help answer those questions and get you started the right way. Now, if you're just like, get me signed up, I am ready for this, I'm excited, then of course we can help you do that. Once you get started, we will show you how to log into your travel portal and you can literally start searching and traveling from day one. Use those loyalty points from day one. Okay. If you are ready to start building a business and sharing it with other people, we've got step-by-step onboarding to help you. Whether you're a complete beginner or you're somebody with lots of experience in this space, I know that our onboarding and roadmap is going to be really great to give you clarity and know what to do step by step, as fast or as slow as you want. So if you're ready to get started, make sure you let that person know that invited you on. You're ready to go, we'll onboard you, we'll get you started. Now, with that said, just let them know now. However, I do know that some of you have been on these calls a couple of times, and you are so raring to go. And I know that people are thinking, I want to get my first three people in as quick as I possibly can. And I just want to let you know one thing. You don't need to know everything. You do not need to have to know how to present this business. And I would say, don't try and present this business because you're probably thinking now, gosh, my friend would like this, and my friend really could do with earning some money, or I know they're always booking travel, whatever it is. Don't try and explain it because we often kind of say all the wrong things because we're so excited. We host calls like this 3 times a day right now. We've got recordings. Let the tools do the work. Just let people know that you found something that's really exciting and that you really think it could bring value to their lives and they need to have a little look at it. That you're all in and you're ready to go and you'd love to get started with them together. And you can just plug them in to what's already available and let us do the talking, because that's great. If you can get your first three people in before you even really know, and how fun is that? To like start it with a friend or a family member and grow and build and learn this together. It makes it so much more exciting. And we are doing this and supporting you to help you do that. So I do have somebody that I've just seen him drive in with his roof down with his lovely partner, Lisa. The sun's shining in Portugal. And I do know that he'd love to say a few words on here today because he's been so excited about this. So Lisa and I met, we connected online, and then she introduced me to Wes, her partner. And literally, he'd only seen this presentation once, and he was so excited that he just said, "Get me the link over. I'm ready to start." And he started plugging people into the calls that Laura, myself, and some of the hosts do. In just a short space of time in the last 2 weeks, without saying much, just inviting people to look. His contacts, his friends, his family, they saw the vision just like he did and they did. Lisa and Wes are wonderful. I'm enjoying working with them, but they saw that vision as well. And they've already kind of gone through 4 milestones in the business, earned their initial money back, made profit, guaranteed themselves a trip. And they've even done the same for some of the people that they've introduced, have also got their three and more as well. So it's really exciting. But I know Wes was super burnt out from the industry and online businesses. So, Wes, I wouldn't mind if you could just kind of tell people why this was different, because it'll be great to hear like what got your spark and your fire back. And also how by us doing these calls has helped you not having much knowledge grow something so quickly, and why you advise anyone, and there's no pressure by the way, anyone that though wants to get going and has got people in mind now, why plugging them into the calls that we've got, really has helped.
Hey Laura, hey guys, hope everyone's okay. I'm on my phone at the moment, so I can't see everyone. But yeah, do you know what? I am mega excited about this. From the point of being completely burnt out, absolutely sick to death of the networking space, in all areas, to be honest with you. And I was leaning more towards, even though I work with a lot of other companies, then also a traditional guy. I'm an engineer by trade, actually. One of our other companies, the engineering side is taking off there too. So I was just wanting to work as a corporate side of things, still working, but away from the networking side too. But after seeing this, which I didn't even particularly want to watch, because Lisa was trying to get me back into the networking space, she said, "You seriously need to have a little look at this." And I've been into travel a long time before, in my first early days of the networking space, to be honest. And I thought, it's maybe nice to go back into that arena as well, because I was excited then. And I've wanted to get my passion back for this industry for a long time and just couldn't. I literally hated it. Some of you guys may know the crypto stuff, that the good, the bad, and the ugly. Some of the product companies that have been disappearing as well, changing compensation plans. It isn't like that here. Trust me, I asked all of the difficult questions. We were on the phone with Ilian, and I asked every single difficult question you possibly could. But I was already excited about it anyway, but I wanted to know. So the minute I seen the presentation, I was like, I need this link. I was saying to Lisa, just get the link, get the link off Laura. And it was a little bit, I don't know why you didn't get it, but it was a little bit, I was like, get the link. So anyway, Laura said, "Do you want to call?" I'm like, "No, let's just get going and we'll speak soon." So we had like quite a few people in before we even spoke. But The reason we put these calls together is to give everyone exactly the same opportunity. We've built our businesses reasonably big using these Zoomathons that we're actually doing now as well. So it's open to everyone with zero experience whatsoever. In fact, if you've got no experience, it's even easier, to be honest, because the only thing you need to say to people, because we're doing these 3 times a day, and the reason why, as Laura said to us, is it enough, the calls that we're doing? Do you want one a day? I said, well, we've done Zoomathons 3 a day to explode and expand our businesses. And Laura just goes for things which work, so we did it. This is why we've been doing hundreds and hundreds of people every single day on these calls now as well. So all you need to do, we've got another call. We're not going to wait till Tuesday night, Thursday night, next Monday. There's another call at 8 o'clock tonight. Have a think to yourself about how much money do you actually want to be making? How fast do you want to do it? There's no point in working 3 to 5 years in a business when you can compress time frames and do the same amount of work in 3 months, 4 months, or 6 months. Why not just get it done now? You've got to do it anyway. And it's the sexiest business in the industry anyway, especially with the booking engine we've got. You don't need to be a travel agent. You don't need to know all that sort of stuff, because if you're a travel agent, then it is actually quite risky. Imagine booking a holiday in Fiji and you're booking it for somebody else. You've got to research the flights, research the hotel, find out everything. You get something wrong, that's on your neck. It's their only family holiday, probably, in the year. So these are the benefits of what we've got. So master inviting onto these calls. You don't need to know a thing. All you need to do is say, I've had the most amazing Zoom call, literally just, with Laura and Laura. I don't know much about it yet, which is important, because you don't want to start trying to explain this, because no one can. I don't do it myself. Well, I can answer questions and stuff now. I explain it basically, but people need to see it, hear it, and visualize it. And that's what people need. So all you need to say is, I've just come off an amazing call. I don't know much about it right now, but you need to be on this call at 8 o'clock tonight. That is it. I'm busy. I haven't got time to talk. I've got a lot of people to speak to. Get on that call at 8 o'clock tonight. Say it with confidence and conviction. And these people are going to be going, oh my God, what am I missing out on? They will be on that call. If you speak to them like that, you could have 10 people, 5 people, 6 people on that call tonight. And we do exactly the same thing what we're doing right now. Imagine having 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people all going to look for 10 people again by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Imagine you've got 20 people or 30 people on at 10 o'clock in the morning who are all in your team on day 1 and 2, going out and making you income and signing up left, right, and centre. We have done this so many times and it works. Literally, some of the leaders that have come on these calls now are just mind-blowing, just from the last couple of days. We probably need to extend this, to be fair, if it's working out as well as it is. But this is what you need to do. You could have 20, 30, 40, 50 people on tomorrow. You could have hundreds in your business this week if you go out and go and get that done with the people that are actually coming into your organization. It is so important to get it done. Success does love speed, and that's why we're doing what we're doing, and then helping our teams do the same thing as well. But Laura and Laura and Nicola and Dave, they're literally spending their time for us this week presenting. You don't need to do the hard work. Let the experts do it. Bring people in, and that's it. That's how you build a business fast, efficiently, and make a ton of cash literally this week. That's it, done. It's simple.
Thank you so much, Wes. And I love how excited you are about it. And the reason Wes, says this and he's so excited about it is because it's worked for him and for Lisa. All they've done, is plug people into our calls, told their friends and family, but then their friends and family have done the same. And they've had so many people already also finance their membership. And when you help people do that, it's so rewarding. Like, I love it when my mum also financed her membership, and my brother and my friends. It was great. So yeah, just plug people into everything. So
Laura,
yeah.
quick one, Laura. I think the biggest secret to what we're doing here is take your focus off the money and just focus on going out and really focus on helping people. If you keep thinking about, I want a Lamborghini, I want a nice big house and all that sort of stuff, it doesn't tend to happen. If you have your mindset, forget the money and just think, oh my God, I can help so many people, the money will just follow you. That's all you've got to do. Take your focus off the cash. And that's it. And it just rolls in.
It's so true that, I
Yeah.
just focus when I bring a new person in, I focus on how can I help that person? auto finance their membership so they can get that trip every year. I know I've done my job to at least give them that value. And then they've watched me do that. And then they're going to help their people do the same. And they'll help their people do the same. And then the income starts to come with that. That's all it's about, helping people travel more. And it's, we're here to make memories and money together. Make memories, make money, have fun along the way. It's very refreshing. It's very great. It's great. Very great. That's good. That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean. Anyway, have a lovely day, everyone. Evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you might be. Thank you, Wes, for giving us a great testimonial today. And thank you, Laura, once again. You're the most wonderful presenter. I just love the way you come across with everything. So thank you for your time and effort. What we're doing for everyone right now. And don't forget, we have another call later. Get your people on there. And if you are ready to sign up, get that link sent over to you now. Let's get you registered. Let's get going and let's start making some memories and money together. Bye, guys.